After talking about the data fetching techniques in Nuxt JS3, let's start to think about the data and the data source that we will grab the data from. So as an example, we can use the JSON placeholder API or any other API that generates dummy data to use for data fetching and CRUD operations, but instead I will use the local JSON server provided by NPM to act as the data source. So let's go to the browser, and here let's search for in Google, let's search for NPM JSON server. You will see a lot of packages. Let's click on this package on the first result on Google, and this is the JSON server. The JSON server is a NPM package that you will need to install globally, and you will have to create a sample db.json file, and this JSON server package will handle the CRUD operations in this json.db.json file. Let's go here to the installation. We'll need to install this package globally. Okay, let's copy this command and let's return to the terminal here, and let's open a new tab. Note that this will be installed globally, not in the project itself. We'll use here -g flag. It's installed. Okay, it will take some seconds to be installed. Okay, now the package is installed successfully. Now if you read here, you will have to create this db.json file in the root of the project. Okay, depending on this db.json architecture, the JSON server will create the CRUD or handle the CRUD operations depending on this structure. Okay, now let's return our editor and create a sample db.json file. Let's refactor this and let's add the extension.json. Okay, now inside of this db.json file, I will add this object, and then I will add a key of bosses. The bosses is an array. Okay, and I will add a sample object in this array. Now depending on this, the structure of this object, JSON server will detect the structure of your data here: ID, title, description, and create it at and an author. Okay, now the third step is to launch the JSON server with this command: JSON server --watch db.json. So let's go back, and here let's clear the terminal, and I will do paste this command. Okay, now here I specify in the terminal JSON server -watch db.json, and I give it a different port because it takes port 3000 by default, which is already the port that our application is working on. So you have to give it a different port like 3001. Now you can access, it gives you this endpoint, this localhost 3001/bosses, which is this is the resource that the only resource that we have in the db.json file. If you copy this link and then return the browser and paste, it will give you the list of bosses. Note that in the db.json you can have multiple resources. The db.json is acting as a database, so you can have bosses, products, comments, users, and so on. Here we have bosses only, and this is the structure of the bosses. Now here I am doing a get request, but if you return to JSON server, you can manipulate post, boot, batch, delete requests. You will see this when we are making a simple form to post articles and content. This is the endpoint that's provided by the routes that's provided by the JSON server. Get /bosses/bosses1. Here, if you add this /1, it will give you a single resource, but if you removing it, it will give you the list of all bosses. Okay, post on /bosses, boot/bosses/1 to do an update operation, and batch also for doing the update, but there is some difference between boot and batch and delete. Okay, this is the plural routes, and there is also a singular routes like this. You can add filtration for the data depending on the fields on your db.json, like you can do filtration using title, ID, and so on. You can do pagination, we'll see how to paginate, and sort. Okay, so the JSON server provide us useful data source that you can use in your application for dummy data or testing and so on, like the JSON placeholder API.